Hi, this is Scott Siskin. I'm the president of First Republic Mortgage Bankers. When you need a mortgage, call First Republic Mortgage Bankers and deal direct. Eliminate the middleman. No mortgage broker fees. Stop wasting your hard-earned money on your high-rate mortgage and your credit cards. You can save every single month by refinancing. You personally can save every month by locking in the lowest rates in over 30 years. And we make house calls to the entire tri-state area 7 days a week. Call 718-380-0006 if you're buying a home or you want to refinance your home. 718-380-0006.
People been there 15 years, 20 years, thrown out. That's it. Because they made this deal with Air America. And then Air America went bankrupt. So it just shows you how when you think the grass is greener
on the other side,
right, and it can often appear that way. Mm-hmm. It can often appear that way. You've been married, and you meet somebody else, and the grass appears to be greener. But maybe you get divorced, and you find out after a while you're just as unhappy as you were before. Mm-hmm. So what you have to realize, sometimes the unhappiness is within, and you have to address your own issues. As Shakespeare said, the fault lies not in the stars, but in ourselves.
Yes.
So people sometimes get greedy, sometimes will seek out to be predatory, and we've seen people who've done that in relationships. We've seen that people who've done it in the workplace, who want to climb the corporate ladder. They push everybody down. There's all sorts of things that you see in life, and I believe that one of the biggest problems is self-limiting beliefs. And this may or may not be more prevalent in minorities or not. But a self-limiting belief is, I'm not the kind of guy who's going to be able to buy a house. I'm not going to be able to guy who can refinance and pay off my credit cards.
You know where that comes from? That comes from our friends, our family members. And I'll be very honest with you. I was at one point where I said to myself, and I am formerly of corporate America, I said to myself, now is not the right time for me to buy a house. I said to myself, now is not the right time for me to buy a house. No, not today, not this year. And lo and behold, we're realizing that, folks, as long as you have the right requirements to buy that house, buy it as soon as possible. And notice I said the right requirements. Once again, folks, this is Link Up Radio. We're giving you an extended play on you understanding more, not from a middleman, but from a banker. And we're talking specifically about First Republic Mortgage Bank. Call him right now, right here. I'm going to ask Scott Siskin to take some calls. The number here is 718-325-5555. That is 718-325-5555. Why are you calling us? Why are you calling Link Up Radio? Well, the loan officers are here. What can the loan officers do for me, Squeeze? Well, the loan officers can review your credit profile, can review your situation, and find out, should you go government? Should you go conventional? That is important. Scott Siskin broke it down as to what you should look for. I asked him not to be biased because I had a major meeting with him, and he listened. Scott is a very strong-headed man. I'm a very strong-headed man. I'm not big in size. Scott is much bigger. As Scott says, I'm a lightweight. Everybody's picking on me. Even Scott Siskin called me a lightweight.
I said that as a compliment. I mean, the other day, I tapped your shoulder or something. I was like, you work out, don't you?
No, I do, man.
I knew it right away. And listen, I've got to lose weight. So it's not an advantage that I'm bigger and slower than you, and as they all say, people who are overweight don't live long. You're going to live a long life.
I hope so. Man.
You don't have one extra pound, and you work out. I'm proud of you. I'm
so.
really proud of you. And when we get back, there's two questions that we're going to answer, which one is about fraud and convictions and that kind of thing.
Yes.
And also a bankruptcy attorney called in. I promised to answer this question, saying, why are people being pushed into houses they cannot afford?
That's a very good question. Very, very good question. Once again, folks, we are here to bring you the facts. People, keep the questions coming at me. One of the best things that I could have done being here at Link Up Media, Scott, is to give out my cell number. Because if I did not give out my cell number, I would not know how to answer a lot of questions or give you a lot of questions. And I'm going to continue to do that. The number to call me at on my cell, folks, call me about 8 o'clock, though, because I'm on the air for a while, is 914 914-484-LINK. That's 914-484-5465. Bring all the questions. Good, bad, indifferent. I do not care. Once again, folks, I am here as a broadcaster to make sure you're getting the right information. Just the facts, as Scott would say.